Hello, this is Carissa with Summerlin Studios, and this is a walkthrough video to show you how to use the Client Project Tracker template. So there's actually two different ways that you can use this. I'm going to show you how to use it completely standalone if you were setting this all up manually. It is also possible to integrate it with your CRM, and I actually have a full YouTube video showing you how to do that. So I'll link to that as well, and that would allow you to be able to pull your clients in from your CRM and then actually update some of these checkboxes automatically also. But the purpose of this template is just to be able for you to set up any projects you have in progress and to be able to have a checklist that you go through with each client so you can see at an overview what status each client is at, what you've done, what you still have to do. So you'll see for each client here, you can add a new row for a new project. This status field is actually a formula field, so it's going to calculate the status for you automatically. And you might want to edit that because it is based on specific checkboxes being checked off. So if you wanted to do that, you can click on this field and click Edit Property and then Edit Formula. It's a little difficult to edit like this, so what I suggest you do is I put the code for this field in here, and it's all formatted nicely, so you can see how each different checkbox, so true means it's checked off, determines what the status is. So if the schedule console checkbox is checked, then their status is lead. If they check signed contract, their status is onboarding, and so on. So you can go in here and edit this and then copy this and put it in that formula field, and that would let you edit it and completely customize it depending on what your settings are. So the fields that are in here, you have your project start date, which is probably self-explanatory, and this is a date field. You also have the option to include a time if you have a time for your project. And then all these checkboxes are just different statuses or different tasks that you have for each client. So if you click on a field, you can rename it. You can drag and drop them to reorder them. We've also got a targeted end date, and then there's an actual end date in here as well at the end. All the rest are checkboxes. So you can, if you need to add more, you can right click and duplicate and add a new checkbox that way. You can right click and delete if you don't need quite as many. The only one that you do want to keep is this closeout column. So this indicates that your project is complete. This is the very last step. Once you check this off, the whole project is complete. And what will happen is we've got two different views up here. There's in progress and then there's completed. So once we check off this closeout, you'll see it disappears from this list and it moves to the completed projects list. So these are just two different table views, and you can look at the sort. They're sorted by the start date, so you could change that if you wanted to sort it by a different date. And then the only filter is the in progress ones are any project where the closeout is not checked, and completed ones are projects where closeout is checked. That's the only difference between the two. And then you do have this other view down here also. This is a Kanban board view. So it'll actually show you a group for each status. And if you had multiple ones, they would show up in here. So all the projects that are in that status currently are going to show in that bin. So it just gives you a little bit more of an overview from a high level standpoint. And then this gives you the full checklist view, so you can come in here and check off each item as it happens. So again, I will link to the video that shows you how to integrate Notion with your CRM. And what you can automate is that every time you create a project in your CRM, it would automatically create an entry in this table in Notion. And then you can also automate checking off certain tasks depending on what integration your CRM has available. There's also a brief intro here just to explain how this works. And if you have any questions, please always feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help you to customize this or if you get stuck.